like Christmas, around Christmas time, and like, yo, they just quarantined like like millions of people into one city. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, that's gonna be a great documentary one day.
We're gonna reach the population cap, the trash sort of cap, and everything.
Oh,
That's when the world's actually gonna start to fall apart.
Yeah.
The glacier's gonna melt and all that shit or whatever. But I guess they say we're ahead of schedule. It's gonna come now in 2040.
Good?
We're Gucci.
Good. It's live. Sweet. Okay. So this is episode 63. Let me fix the camera. Back for another stupid podcast episode. But we got Anthony and we got Deja.
How's it going, everyone out there? It's good to be on. Norby and I and Kate and Johnny and Deja and I, we all make films sometimes.
Yeah.
We watch movies together, and we just have a good time. You want to say anything? Oh, you got a mic right there. Does that one work?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Deja, she just keeps it simple and she edits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I don't know how many like teenagers you know who are on TikTok, but like especially at the gas station, whenever I see a teenager on TikTok, it's like they're like hooked on it hard. Like they have it open at all times, or like
her brother is on TikTok like pretty much 24/7. He's 16.
It's like kids are getting hooked on it, but the way they have it set up is like not at all like informational or like.
It's Chinese spyware.
Yeah, Chinese spyware. What is the chat saying, by the way? I haven't asked them.
It says, "Oh my," in all caps. "Oh my God, is that Billie Eilish? I'm your biggest fan."
trust you with something?
Yes, always. You know that.
I've been having dreams about Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Wizard.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but like before COVID happened, in like late January, I got really into researching COVID when it hit China because I was like super stoned and it was like Christmas, around Christmas time, and like, yo, they just quarantined like millions of people into one city. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, that's gonna be a great documentary one day. I'm like, that's crazy. Like that's like some like serious historical shit. So I started getting really into researching it, and I was just surprised that like nobody was really giving a shit about it at first because the way they were making it sound.
No, yeah, it
at the
really
beginning
just
was like,
it was so strange how it was just like a thing, but like
like in the background, right?
Yeah, it just felt like in a sense, if you had like a 500 millimeter lens and the way that it compresses space, and it was like looking at like a long road, like a 20-mile road, and there was like some dude sprinting, like Usain Bolt was like sprinting at like top sprinter speed.
Yeah.
But you know, the way that a long lens works in compressing space is that the subject doesn't really move because 500 feet versus like even 100 feet looks exactly the same in a sense. It was like that for the longest time. You saw it coming slowly until it just was like, I guess it's closed. I guess we'll open back up in the summer, and then it's just like, I don't know, it's weird.
When we were shooting Chew, it was fucked up because the preparation for that, like we wrote the script obviously, and we got everybody down to like to act in it. Johnny was acting in it, but like kind of like he was a bit rough. But I told Johnny, he's like, yo, because they're smoking weed in this, or we're legit gonna smoke it. I need you to not smoke. I need you to roll like 5 to 10 joints because we have to do like, you know, back-to-back takes, like lighting up new joints. And so you showed up like later in the day. And so we were like all fucked up. It was like directing while like stoned like that, and everybody else is stoned is definitely a challenge.
I
but-
remember Elijah like really just got lost in the sauce. He was just looking into the light like this. That was funny.
And then I know you weren't there for. There was a day because like the character I played in it, like actually chewed tobacco, and so we went out and got like I didn't think it'd be so bad. We had actual chewing tobacco, and we already started smoking weed a little bit too. So I was like, we were a bit stoned. The garage was already getting hot boxed. There's like the pressure to, if you want to get the shots, like the scheduling was very strict.
You had a pretty like girthy to-do list on
Yeah,
the day.
there was a lot of shots to do. But the part where I had to do the chew, because it's like, you do multiple takes where it's like you're chewing like something, or and I've never chewed tobacco before, so I have no idea what the fuck it's like. And so we started doing the shot, and I put the chewing tobacco in, and we just have to get like a spit or some shit like that. I forget what it was. I had to spit out the chewing tobacco. Yeah, I had to spit it out, so that's why I need new globs every time. So we got to like 6 shots in, or 6 takes in. Because it just wasn't coming out right. Because remember, the lighting was kind of fucked up. It's like we tried to get the lighting right where we could see the spit, and we got it we got good enough, right? Mm-hmm. But I had to get 6 new globs of chewing tobacco, and I wasn't expecting it to be the way it was. The nicotine rush, like to my head, was fucking like immense. Like I had a fat ass fucking headache, and I'm like directing it too.
Yeah.
I'm directing it, so I had to go inside. I didn't tell anybody this, but I fucking vomited in the toilet. Dude, it was intense. I fucking vomited, like fucking washed my face and went back out. I'm like, all right, let's continue.
Bro. I was watching this documentary recently, and they were talking about it in there where it's called Icarus. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, the classic story of it, or like a new version.
No, it's called Icarus. It's a documentary about the Russian doping scandal. How like since like the 1960s, all of their professional athletes have been taking steroids. Okay. Like in the Olympics and shit like that.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the issue becomes even larger. It's like, in a sense, most people knew about this, and it's because most athletes out there are doping in some way or another. But the documentary starts out as it's in the sort of aftermath of like the Lance Armstrong stuff, where he finally admits to using steroids and shit like that, where the director starts taking the steroid himself and starts training in amateur, like semi-professional cycling races, and starts prepping for that to show just how easy it is to take the steroid and like become.
Did he prove it?
That's the thing about it, though, is that he does it and he does all the steps and he takes the steroid and trains every day. But then there's a division between so he was probably like 6th or 7th place overall in the race.
That's not so bad.
But the top 5 cyclers were like 2 miles or like
they were like ridiculously ahead.
You couldn't catch up to them even if you.
Holy shit!
It was almost impossible to catch up to them. Like they were moving at a superhuman speed. Like
holy fuck!
And so you could tell that like even if you took the steroid, you still have to be a good athlete. You know what I mean?
Like a insanely gifted, talented 1%er athlete.
That is strange too, where it's like you can be a great athlete, but then you still take because they shouldn't be able to do that type of shit. But then. It's interesting too, where it's like, but the thing about it, the race was a semi-professional race. They're not even professional. They don't even get sponsored. Like, it's a recreational activity, So like, I feel like there's people out that like for like maybe bodybuilding or anything, where it's like they might not compete, but they're taking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dear Goldie, I can't believe you've died. When I was a kid, I was beaten for a goldfish. And
Wizard.
I can't believe I stopped.
What is love? Oh, baby, don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? What is love? What is love? Oh, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Don't hurt me. I wonder whether no other lover. This is our life, our time. We are together, need you forever. Is it love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Ketamine, oh shit. He says this a whole TV show. Scenes
For real.
changing and shit.
There was like some recent announcement a few weeks ago about we're ahead of schedule in terms of where they say we'll theoretically be. You remember they were saying like around like 2050. That's like when the world's like we're gonna reach the population cap, the trash sort of cap, and everything.
Oh, God.
That's when the world's actually gonna start to fall apart.
Yeah.
The glacier's gonna melt and all that shit or whatever. But I guess they say we're ahead of schedule and it's gonna come now in 2040.
I think a college said that, right? It was like Berkeley or some shit. Said
Some
that.
research.
Yeah, some research center. I think I saw something like that.
I just
Oh,
I just saw the name of the next like generation. Like we're Gen Z.
We're Gen Z, yeah.
And then that's up until like the early 2010s and like mid 2010s and beyond. They're now called Generation Alpha. That's it.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how they come out.
Yeah.
The kid, I work at like I said, I work at a gas station now, and so I was just dealing with like scooter kids today. They're so fucking funny. They're actually pretty funny. Some of the kids that come to the gas station. This one kid, it was a whole group of just scooter kids just came in today, and there's one that's like clearly kind of older. And he was talking to me. He was like, "Yo, I need some raps." I'm like, "Dude, you're like 15, bro." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Looking at you guys got Swishers?" He's like, "I need some Deutsches." And my coworker started laughing. He means like the Dutches.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I only roll Deutsches." I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got some Deutsches right there."
Out here in Amish, smoking big doinks in Amish. Yo, are you fucking kidding me? You can get skinny from the 9 in 9 days? I'm buying it.
He's talking to me. He's like, "Man, like all this shit, like you need to be 21 to get." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't. There's no age restriction on the dick pills, though." He's like, "No way, for real." I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like a 9-year-old could come in here and buy as many dick pills as you want." And then Caprice was there. She's all like Norby, you will lose your job if you sell a 10-year-old like dick pills. I'm like, I'm obviously not gonna sell a 10-year-old dick pills, but like, what the fuck did I say? Like, but we have some coworkers who like might actually sell a 10-year-old dick pills because they're just. That's just the way. I'm not gonna say names or anything.
How are they though?
The coworker?
Give us a portrait.
He's a little bit. He's cool. He's cool to talk to sometimes. But sometimes he makes some decisions that are like a bit like, oh man, I hope he never watches this for real. But I think he's getting catfished right now for real. He said last time I talked to him on Thursday, he's like, I told him, I was like, he's like, yeah, I don't know, she's just really pushing my luck right now. I'm my girlfriend online. And I'm like, so you never met her in person? He's like, nope. You've never had a call with her? Nope. He's like, you never heard her voice? Like, nope. He's like, you never seen a video of her? He's like, nope. And you've only messaged her, you don't have her phone number? He's like, nope. You've only messaged her through like this dating app? He's like, yep. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you something that's kind of fucked up. And then some customers came in, I had to ring him up for like 5 minutes. And then he's like, bro, tell me already. Just tell me what it is. And like, he's been waiting like 5 minutes to hear what I had to say. I'm like, all right, bro, I think you might be getting catfish. And he's just looking at me. I'm like, you know, like it could be like a man potentially, or like somebody who's like
a scammer.
Like it could be somebody else. Because he would show me the text conversations, and it was like some shit like, I love you so much, babe, like, or like, what do you prefer, doubt or regret? And, you know, they're just talking like, it's like a fuckload of messages. It's like, it's ridiculous. There's no way this person's real.
Catfish, that's crazy that can happen. And the show is, I don't know if you've ever seen the show, it's goofy, but it's just, it's crazy that there's just like people out there that do that. That's just like, you know, pose as somebody else, that you can do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's I feel so bad for him. But so I told him that, and he's like, so I told him, like, it might be a man. He's like, it's certainly a possibility.
They're fucking annoying as shit.
I didn't realize you could dodge this.
This is bad country.